If you own your own home, it's fantastic to see the value going up. However, there are meaningful side effects. I've got 3 that you need to be aware of and plan for. That and more coming up. My name is Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. All right, do you own a home? I hope so, because if not, it's a terrible time. I can't imagine trying to buy your first home right now. And I'm thinking back to 15, 20 years ago, and my wife and I first met, and we were engaged, and we were looking to buy a house, and how exciting that was. I don't know where that excitement would be right now. And so I feel for you if you're in that situation. We've certainly been through that in our nation's history before, and challenging. But if you've owned a home, then the good news is this is great. Your house has never been worth more than it is right now. And we'll see if we see the housing market starting to harden and values come down a little bit. Who knows? But it's pretty exciting, okay? I think that excitement is starting to kind of wane. We're starting to see the reality of some of the things that come along with that. And at first it was, wow, if I could just sell my house and go live in a cardboard box, that'd be awesome. And then it was, well, maybe I could sell my house and buy one that has different features or whatever for a little bit more cost. And now I think it's set in that, well, wait a second. If I sell my house, I will sell it for a lot, but in order to get what I want, I've got to pay a lot even more, because it's got certain features that if they're appealing to you, they're appealing to others. And okay, fine, I'll stay in my house, but if I fix it up, that's going to cost a lot as well. And so we're sort of stuck in between this rock and a hard place. And therefore, it's not, while there's benefits to the housing values going up, there's some side effects as well. Aside from those obvious ones, there's 3 that could also be obvious as well, but 3 that are side effects that you've got to be aware of as a homeowner and need to plan for. The first one, and where I live, it's sort of the season, property taxes. Property tax bills, at least in northern Indiana, St. Joe County, where we're located, those bills went out just a couple weeks ago, and it was a shocker, okay? Now, thankfully, I've got family that works in the assessor's office, so they don't have some inside scoop on it, but they'd actually told me a month or so before, hey, listen, you're not going to like your property taxes. Well, I know I'm in this business, and so I'm already thinking, well, yeah, the tax rate might stay the same, but I'm sure the value, the taxable value, the assessed value is going to go up. But here's the shocker for many people, is at least where we live, and maybe where you live as well, not only did the bones of your house, your actual structure, increase in value, the land increased in value significantly. At least in my area, it went up dramatically, and there's less, at least in our county, again, it depends on each county, but there's less deductions that are baked into your property taxes at certain counties against land. Therefore, it's going to mean you'll pay a lot more taxes. I don't know about you, many people saw property taxes increase 20%. And as frustrating as that is, I've been telling you here, based on the data, housing values are up 18, 19, 20% year over year. And so while we can get frustrated, oh my goodness, my property taxes just went up 20%, I'm getting more and more people that say, well, should I, can I appeal this? Well, you can, but you're going to need to show proof from comparable sales that your house is not worth that much. And typically sales comps, no one's selling their house at a discount right now. So it's going to be hard to prove that. Now, in your situation, not sure how your property taxes work, not sure how the deductions work, and not sure of the appeal process. So take all that with a grain of salt, but just be prepared. If you haven't paid your property taxes yet, or you haven't seen your bill, expect them to be higher. And what's that going to mean? If you've got a mortgage, you escrow your property taxes, your mortgage payment's likely going to go up. If it hasn't gone up yet, they recalculate your escrow amount every so often, okay? And so you might still be paying the same amount, but you're getting a deficiency in your escrow, and you're going to see an even larger increase in your mortgage payment. Now might be a great time to reach out to your bank, do that escrow analysis, make sure that you're paying the right amount so you don't get into kind of double trouble where you have to play catch up and increase your monthly payment, okay? And if you're not on escrow or you don't have a mortgage anymore, you need to start setting extra money aside for your property taxes because they're likely going to be higher. To add insult to injury, not only are property taxes going up, your homeowner's insurance will go up as well. I can say that confidently without knowing where you live, without seeing your house, without knowing your insurance carrier. Values are going up, but that means replacement costs are going up. Therefore, damage to a roof or some sort of repairs or some other claim against your house is now more expensive to fix. Areas like Florida, insurance companies are going bankrupt. That's how competitive it is in that market because they've had to increase rates, homeowners insurance rates, so significantly that homeowners are saying, I'm not paying 60% more for my homeowners. I'll go somewhere else. Well, that somewhere else hasn't raised rates just yet. So you get in lower, then they raise rates, and then you jump to some other carrier, and insurance companies, their actuaries haven't accounted for all that shuffling, and therefore, bam, the numbers don't line up and you go out of business. So expect, this is bad news, but expect your homeowner's insurance to actually increase. Now, I would hope not 20%. That's not what we're seeing. Places like Florida, though, are seeing 60%, okay? So there again, if you're on escrow, your homeowner's insurance is going to be baked into your mortgage payment. And because that escrow is only analyzed every so often, again, you could see some sort of deficit and then have a double whammy. And you know what I mean by this. Maybe I should do a video on this as well, where you get a letter saying you owe this much because your escrow account went negative, and therefore you've got to start paying more because your normal escrow would be higher, but you've got to pay even more than that to catch up for the shortfall that you had, the negative balance, or you can pay a certain amount to catch it up. So be aware, not only property taxes are going up, but homeowners insurance costs are going up as well. With that said, it could be a great time. Maybe the ideal time, maybe the perfect time for you to review your insurance coverage. Make sure you've got the right coverage, because it would be even worse to have the costs go up but still have inadequate coverage and a claim happen and not get made whole the way that you should be. Now is a great time to review your coverage, but then also work with your independent insurance agent to see what sort of discounts are out there. Maybe there's some discounts that you've been eligible for that you said, I'm not really interested in that. This company offers, if I got a little life insurance policy with them, they'll give me a big discount where it actually covers the cost of the life insurance and even more. Previously, not really interested, but now maybe you are. Or there's some other discounts that you weren't otherwise interested in, or maybe had never heard, that now would certainly apply. So work with your insurance agent, see if there's some enhancements or adjustments you should be making to your homeowner's insurance. And then lastly, and this one's definitely not a shocker because we've already been seeing this all along, but higher utility costs, higher carrying costs for your house. Now, I'm not sure how you're structured. I'm on a well and I'm septic, so I have no idea. But yes, if you're on water or sewer, those prices have gone up, okay? Just because wages have gone up and operating those entities has gone up, but certainly gas and electric have gone up as well, okay? So your utility costs, they're already going up, okay? I'm not going to belabor that point. It's just when you mix in property taxes going higher, homeowners insurance going higher, and carrying costs, utility costs, your ongoing monthly costs going higher, what does this mean? It's all going to infringe on the margin within your budget, okay? So as awful as that sounds, the action item that you need to take is to update your budget. If you haven't seen these increases, mock your budget such that, well, let's bake these increases in and let's see how it fits, see if it floats, okay? This is why it's important to always have margin in your budget, because you have no idea. While many of these costs you have some influence over, you might not have perfect control over them. They could go up without you really have any say, all right? So making sure you've got margin in your monthly budget, and when costs like this go up, resetting your budget so that you can see, okay, do I have enough margin? Let's put the accurate, the real cost in there now that it's adjusted, and let's see other adjustments to make sure that I still have enough margin should another shoe drop or should another change happen. What I would discourage you from is having these increases now catch you off guard, and therefore you start making less progress towards your financial goals. That would be, as painful as it is. No one wants to pay more for their insurance. No one wants to pay more for the taxes. Absolutely not. But if that means that you now save less for your college for kids, and that was a big goal for you, or save less for your retirement, that's a double negative, right? And double negatives, we want to avoid those. Don't want those. Work with your certified financial planner. See how this can all fit, what adjustment and trade-offs. Maybe you're already so far ahead of pace with saving for those goals, you can actually ratchet it back, keep enough margin in your present financial positions, what we call it, your cash flow, and to absorb these higher costs. Work with your CFP. If you don't have a CFP on your team, contact one on my team. You can find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with a K. WiseMoneyShow.com. You can find us there as well, or send us an email, info@Korhorn.com. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.